Hi, this is Chris Ruisi, and welcome to another episode of the Weekly Mind Jolt. This week, we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, and I know you're going to cringe when I say it, but we're talking about multitasking. And let me say that multitasking is multi-dumb. I'm going to repeat that. Multitasking is multi-dumb. Now, some of you out there are about ready to turn the video off because you are just wonderful at multitasking. In fact, you brag about how you can handle so many things at the same time. Well, I describe you folks in a phrase that I use often when I speak. Show me a man or a woman who excels at putting out fires, I'll show you a pyromaniac. You're only good at multitasking because you don't know how to do it right from the beginning. So, multitaskers try to do more than one thing at the same time. Now, you can do more than one thing at the same time, but you cannot effectively concentrate and focus on more than one thing at the same time. So, if you don't mind having to redo things or having things done poorly, then by all means, keep on multitasking. Now look, I'm not looking at the world through rose-colored glasses. There are times when we have to roll up our sleeves and handle more than one thing at the same time. But recognize the risk of your lack of focus and effectiveness when you do that, so you must pay particular attention when you're involved in those kind of situations. Now, what we do when we try to do more than one thing at the same time or two or more things at the same time, we are dividing up our available mental capabilities in order to effectively focus. So the less capabilities you have, it stands to reason your focusing abilities, your effectiveness are going to go down. And in some cases, many of you don't realize it until it's too late. Now, as I said, the more time you switching back and forth from one task to another, you've sort of got to restart your focus mechanism in your brain. I'll start with this work over here, then let me switch over here. I've got to unlearn everything that I was working on this piece and get back in the groove to get onto this piece, and so on and so on and so on, until you've eventually used up all of your effectiveness switching back and forth. And the time it takes you to switch back and forth is time you can never get back. And if you think about it, all of those little milliseconds, they add up to a big number at the end of the day, and you're shortchanging yourself and whomever you're working for. Now, chronic multitaskers develop this misguided judgment that they think multitasking is a much sought-after, highly needed skill. You're wrong. Let me repeat that. You're wrong. Multitasking is multi-dumb, as I said at the very beginning, because you get the opportunity to screw up more than one thing at the same time. So multitaskers also make more mistakes than non-multitaskers. Getting my notes here ready. They often make poorer decisions because they favor new information. They're always starting again from scratch when they switch tasks, so they're looking for new information to get themselves up to speed. Multitaskers experience more stress and more frustration than non-multitaskers, and they take that stress and frustration home with them to their families, and it spills over into their personal lives. So, you can multitask if you want to. You can do more than one thing if you want to, but recognize that your effectiveness, your focus will all go down, and the quality of your work will suffer. And the quality of the work of others who are depending upon you to do your job correctly will suffer also. So it's a building type of situation, like that proverbial snowball coming down a mountain. It gets bigger and bigger until you can't stop it. So multitasking is multi-dumb. And that's it for this week's Mind Jolt, and we'll see you again next week.